The Entity, 1982, is one of those wild psychological horror movies that really sticks with you. Directed by Sidney J. Furie and based on a novel by Frank De Felitta, who also did the screenplay, it stars Barbara Hershey in what might be the most intense role of her career. She plays a woman who's getting terrorized by this nasty, invisible, supernatural force. And get this, the movie is, very loosely, inspired by an actual case from the 1970s, where a woman named Doris Bither claimed a ghost was physically attacking her. Plot summary. So here's the setup. Carla Moran, played by Barbara Hershey, is a single mum with 3 kids living in LA. Out of nowhere, she's brutally attacked by an invisible something in her home. Totally freaked out, Carla goes to doctors and psychologists for help, but everyone brushes her off and calls her delusional or mentally unstable. But the attacks don't stop, they get even worse. Her kids even witness some of the weird stuff happening. Meanwhile, the psychiatrists, especially Dr. Sneiderman, Ron Silver, think she's dealing with a mental breakdown. On the flip side, some parapsychologists think this could actually be a real supernatural thing, and they try all sorts of wild experiments. There's even a crazy setup with liquid helium and lasers. And just when you think it's over, the movie leaves you hanging. Carla moves away, but the attacks follow her. Looks like it's not about where she lives, but about her. Themes and style. The Entity isn't just about jump scares. It digs into trauma, belief, and what happens when science can't explain what you're experiencing. Carla's story is a gut punch. It's about a woman desperately trying to be believed when everyone insists it's all in her head. It's a pretty sharp look at how real-life survivors often get dismissed. Style-wise, director Furie keeps things chilly and kind of clinical. There are a lot of long still shots and harsh lighting, which makes the scary moments hit even harder. Plus, Charles Bernstein's super creepy score, he later did music for A Nightmare on Elm Street, cranks up the tension. Based on a true story, sort of. The movie borrows from the real-life story of Doris Bither in Culver City, California. She claimed that invisible entities attacked her, and during paranormal investigations, researchers reported some pretty weird stuff. Odd electromagnetic readings, lights moving around, that kind of thing. Scientists never really bought it, but the story was definitely strange enough to inspire a horror flick. Cast and crew: Barbara Hershey as Carla Moran, Ron Silver as Dr. Sneiderman, David Labiosa as Billy, Carla's son, Margaret Bly, George Coe, Alex Rocco show up in supporting roles. Directed by Sidney J. Furie, he also did Iron Eagle and Lady Sings the Blues, with a script by Frank De Felitta and music by Charles Bernstein. Legacy and reception. When The Entity came out, critics were all over the place. Some folks thought Hershey was incredible and loved how the movie was put together, but others felt it went too far with the sexual violence stuff. But over the years, more people have come around to it. The movie's now seen as a pretty unique and unsettling classic, especially for the way it blends the supernatural with real-life trauma and the whole "no one believes you" vibe. Hershey's performance is still talked about as one of the best in horror. A lot of recent horror movies about invisible attackers, like Paranormal Activity, owe something to The Entity. It also helped start some important conversations about how women's traumatic experiences often get dismissed by science and medicine. Fun fact: did you know Martin Scorsese put The Entity on his list of the scariest movies ever? He said he loved the brutal realism and the psychological terror. Seen The Entity? Drop a comment and tell us what you thought. And don't forget to subscribe to Movies of the 80s for a ton of throwback faves and the ones everyone else forgot about.